was so nervous to answer. Like, I think I did drop the phone. I was just like, I don't think I've ever had so much anxiety in my life. And as soon as I answer, I just knew. My doctor's like the sweetest person, but I just knew from the sound of her voice. I think that she's so sweet. It's like, I can tell like she hurts for the woman that she has to make these calls to. I listened to the call and I was like, all right, this is where we're at. I knew the egg didn't make it and it's really hard. And she just said, let's take a little break. So I definitely needed some time after that. I think just the back-to-back cycles, the back-to-back, I don't know if you call those failed IVFs or just no result IVFs. I had some wine and I took baths and I worked out and got back to feeling like me again, which I missed, and that's where I'm at now. Actually, this is probably my last day of feeling like me for a bit, and it felt good. It felt good to go back to being me, it just felt good to be back to myself, I think. Took a few weeks off, went back into the doctor, and I was like, all right, I'm ready, let's start cycle number 3, right? I go get checked out, and I have a cyst on one ovary. The other ovary, there's no eggs, and then my right ovary had one follicle and then a big old cyst squishing the follicle. I was like, oh my God. So we did a trigger shot to try to squash the cyst that I had. And cysts are very normal. Apparently I've never had a cyst before. I've had so many scans and doctor's appointments and they've never found a cyst. They're like, no, it's completely normal. Some women get them during periods, totally cool. I was like, okay. So yeah, I had a cyst and it was like 19 millimeters or something, which is like the same size of like a good quality egg is what you want. So when I got home, did a trigger shot, went in 4 days later, and they were like, yep, still there. All right, we're gonna give it some more time. And so it's been a couple weeks now. I went in today and the other cyst went away. Now there's a new one popping up and I was like, oh my God. So yeah, I've had 2 cysts back to back. It could just be from like back to back IVF cycles, hormones, all the things, but I've had 2 cysts on my one ovary. And so if I take the medication right now, like IVF medication, it's just going to make that cyst grow because it's an estrogen producing follicle, I think is what it's called. So now the plan is to take ganirelix for 7 days in a row to try to squash the cyst. And hopefully in a week, I'll be able to start my 3rd cycle, but right now we're just kind of like waiting on the cyst